Hello and welcome to Black Pearls, Distinguished Women of Color, the channel that celebrates the achievements of Black women both past and present. Today we shine our spotlight on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the Iron Lady of Africa, and a beacon of resilience, courage, and leadership. The first woman to be elected head of state in Africa and a Nobel Peace Prize laureate. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was born on October 29, 1938, in Monrovia, Liberia, to a Gola father and a Kru German mother. Her father was the first indigenous Liberian to sit in the national legislature, and her mother was a market woman who taught her the value of hard work and education. Ellen was educated at the College of West Africa in Monrovia and married James Sirleaf at age 17, with whom she had 4 sons. In 1961, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf went to the United States to study economics and business administration. She obtained a master's degree in public administration from Harvard University in 1971 and returned to Liberia to work in William Tolbert's government as Deputy Minister of Finance from 1971 to 1974. She was known for her personal financial integrity and her advocacy for women's rights. In 1980, a military coup led by Samuel Doe overthrew Tolbert's government and executed him. Johnson Sirleaf fled to the United States, where she worked for Citibank and then the Equator Bank. She returned to Liberia in 1985 to run for a Senate seat and openly criticized Doe's dictatorship. She was arrested and sentenced to 10 years in prison, but was released after a short time and allowed to leave the country. During her 12 years of exile in Kenya and the United States, Liberia collapsed into civil war. Johnson Sirleaf became an influential economist for the World Bank, the United Nations Development Program, and other international financial institutions. She also supported the opposition movements against Doe and his successor Charles Taylor, who both committed atrocities against civilians. In 1997, after a tentative peace agreement was reached in Liberia's conflict, Johnson Sirleaf ran for president as the candidate of the Unity Party, UP. She came second to Taylor, who won by a landslide amid allegations of fraud and intimidation. Johnson Sirleaf continued to oppose Taylor's regime and called for his resignation. In 2003, Taylor was forced into exile by a rebel invasion and international pressure. A transitional government was established to prepare for new elections. Johnson Sirleaf ran again for president in 2005, this time facing George Weah, a popular former soccer star. She won the runoff election with 59% of the vote, making history as the first woman to be elected head of state in Africa. Johnson Sirleaf took office on January 16, 2006. Facing enormous challenges of rebuilding a war-torn country with high poverty, unemployment, corruption, and debt. She focused on restoring security, promoting reconciliation, attracting foreign investment, improving infrastructure, providing basic services, and empowering women and youth. She also established a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to address the human rights violations committed during the Civil War. Johnson Sirleaf's efforts to bring peace and development to Liberia earned her international recognition and admiration. In 2011, she was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, along with 2 other women activists, Lema Gbowe of Liberia and Tawakkul Karman of Yemen. The Nobel Committee praised them for their non-violent struggle for women's rights and participation in peace building. Johnson Sirleaf was re-elected for a second term in 2011 with 90% of the vote after Weah boycotted the runoff election over alleged irregularities. She continued to pursue her agenda of reform and progress, while also facing some criticism over corruption scandals, nepotism allegations, and human rights issues. In 2014 to 2015, Liberia was hit by the Ebola outbreak that killed more than 4,800 people in the country. Johnson Sirleaf declared a state of emergency and mobilized national and international resources to fight the epidemic. She also appealed to the world for solidarity and compassion in a moving letter published by BBC News. Johnson Sirleaf completed her second term in 2018 and peacefully handed over power to Weah, who won the presidential election that year. She became the first democratically elected president in Liberia's history to do so. She also received the Ibrahim Prize for Achievement in African Leadership, the highest honor for a former African leader. Johnson Sirleaf is widely regarded as one of the most influential women leaders in Africa and the world. She has received numerous other awards and honors, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom from the United States, the Grand Croix of the Legion of Honor from France, and honorary degrees from several universities. She has also written two memoirs, This Child Will Be Great, 2009, and Madame President, 2017. Johnson Sirleaf is an inspiration to millions of people, especially women and girls, who aspire to make a positive difference in their communities and countries. She is a testament to the power of courage, resilience, and vision in overcoming adversity and achieving one's dreams. That's all for today's episode of Black Pearls, Distinguished Women of Color. I hope you enjoyed learning about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and her remarkable journey. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories of Black women. Thank you for watching and see you next time.